Hello guys, by the end of this tutorial, you will learn how to create a table and a grid using collection view in iOS. So let's get started. First step is to create an empty application. I will name the application as collection view. Select the interface as storyboard, lifecycle as UI app delegate and language as Swift and click on next. Select a location where you would like to save the project. In my case it is desktop. Next, tap on create so that the application is created for you. Before jumping into the code, let's visualize how are we going to achieve the table UI. While creating empty application, view controller view is already added into the screen. So we need to create a new instance of UI collection view and add it into the view controllers view. To display the data, we need to set the data source in the collection view as view controller so that the view controller can provide the data that is needed for the view controller to display. Also, the view controller needs to set the collection view flow layout so that the UI will look like table. So now let's dive into the code. First step is to add the collection view onto the view controller. There are a couple of ways to achieve it. We can either create and add the collection view through code or using storyboard. In this tutorial, I will add it through the storyboard. Open storyboard, click on the library or the plus button on the toolbar. Next, search for the collection view and drag and drop onto the view controller. Next, we need to add the constraints. Select add constraint. Choose bottom, leading, top and trailing constraint and set the value as 0. You need a reference to the collection view in the view controller. To achieve this, select the add editor on the right button. Choose the view controller file on the right editor. Control drag and drop from the collection view to the view controller to create an outlet. Name the outlet as collection view. Now if you run the application, you will see no changes on the screen, but the collection view is already added. You can confirm this by changing the background color of the collection view and run the application again. Let's remove the background color which is not necessary for our project. So now we are done with the first step of creating the collection view and adding it onto the screen. Now the second step is to set the data source of the collection view. This is required for the collection view to display the data. Let's set this in view did load. Now if you try to compile, Xcode will throw an error. So let's implement the data source methods. First, our view controller has to conform to UI collection view data source. There are two methods to be implemented. First, the number of items. I will choose 10 for now. The second method is self for item at index path. Since our final version of the app has repeating images and text, each cell in our project will contain an image and a label. Add a label and an image view by clicking on the plus button. This step is similar to adding a collection view. Set the constraint of the label to 10 pixels from the bottom, leading and trailing. For the image view, set the top constraint to super view and bottom constraint to the label as 10 and also the aspect ratio. For our project, we need width and height of the image to be same. So in the size inspector, change the multiplier to 1. Also we need to horizontally center the image in the container. So select align, horizontally center in the container and tap on the add one constraint. Now set the label alignment to center. Next, create the subclass of UI collection view cell so that we have reference to the label and image view we just created. Select Command plus the N on your keyboard and then iOS and Cocoa Touch class. Tap on next. Name the file as custom collection view cell and subclass as UI collection view cell. Language as Swift and tap on next and then create. Now that we have created the collection view cell subclass, we need our collection view to create an instance of this class. To achieve this, go to the storyboard, select the collection view cell and then the identity inspector. Select the class as custom collection view cell. Next, in the attribute inspector, name the identifier as custom cell. So the next step is to create label and image view outlet in the custom collection view cell. You can do this by copying the outlet from view controller and renaming it to label and image view and their classes as UI label and UI image view appropriately. Next, we need to connect the outlet that we just created to the UI elements in the storyboard. Now complete the data source. Use the identifier that we specified in the storyboard and return the custom collection view cell. Now if you run the application, you will see there are 10 items in the collection view. To display the image in our project, I'll be using SF symbols. In case if you aren't aware of SF symbol yet, you can visit Apple Human Interface Guidelines. The symbols can be used in your project free of cost. I strongly suggest you to install the SF symbol app available for Mac. To display the image in the image view, I'll pick one of the SF symbols. In this case, it is pencil circle fill. Now run the application and you will see the image in the image view. This completes the second step of configuring the data source in the collection view. The third and the final step is to configure the flow layout. To create the custom flow layout, you need to set the collection view layout property of the collection view. Now we need to create a method createFlowLayout which will return UI compositional layout. Apple has a good documentation on UI compositional layout. Go to Google and type modern collection view and tap on the first link. Now copy this piece of code from the developer document and paste it onto the createFlowLayout method that we created earlier. A compositional layout can be made up of multiple sections. In our case, it is one single section. Each section contains a group. A group can contain multiple items. In our case, it is one single item. Group and item has a size element to it. Change the width of the item to 1 to fill the container. Before running the application, I would like to change the font of the cell label to body. And change the vertical hugging priority and compression resistance to 1000 so that the label takes the size of the content. Next, change the accent color to pink. By default, this color is blue. And finally, add a border to the cell with the corner radius of 20. Now run the application. There is one problem where the cell border is sticking to one another. Let's add an inset of 10 to the item. Rerun the application. This is a table UI look that we wanted. Here I have array of different symbols. Change the count of the items to number of items in the array. Set the image and the text to the respective element in the array. The SF symbols are taken from the SF symbol Mac app. There is one final thing, grid view. To create a grid view, we just have to change the width of the item to 1 by 3, which means that 3 items fit in one row. Now rerun the application. That's the end of the tutorial. Hope you liked it. Do let me know your feedbacks in the comment. Thank you.